The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. Brought to you by Nadex. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Tommy O'Brien, and Darrell Martin.
Welcome, folks. Tom O'Brien. We do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Right now, we have the Dow Industrials down 55, Nasdaq off 81, S&P's down 8.5. Get some red out here, man. What's going on?
Continuing off of Friday with the Nasdaq, right?
Continuing off of Friday, and you talk about. Let's go through the rest of these first. So
sure.
you get gold down $3, $12.68. Silver's down 20 cents, $17.01. You get platinum up 6 at $9.47. Light sweet crude up 58 cents, $46.41 a barrel. Notes and bonds. Notes 10-year note down 2 ticks, 126.18. 30-year bond off 9, 155.08. King dollar down 14 at 97.225. The euro's at 112 to the U.S. dollar. The yen is at 109.95 to the U.S. dollar. And folks, if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN. Go see the banner on the top of the side. You can hit the banner, bring up the platform. You can walk along with us as we trade these defined option contracts. And we talk about fast and furious. Bottom line is that, so when we were on the air on Friday, every indice went to a high. And,
yes, that's Friday morning you're talking about, right?
Friday morning.
Yeah.
And when we pull up this chart, what you're going to see, folks, is that it was approximately 11:05.
Okay.
That all of a sudden it let loose.
So let's see. 10:20 in the morning seems like it was the high right there.
Okay.
But then, yeah, as we come in, there's like 11:15, and it's just a long slide with some serious acceleration coming into about 2:30, 3 o'clock, and then you got to bounce around a little bit until 4. Pretty remarkable. And even this morning, right? So
listen, the Nasdaq led the baby up, and guess what? The door is never big enough for everyone to get out at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, we were trading about 5,700 this morning, all the way down to a low just before we came on the air at 56.43.
Right.
60-point drop, which is 1%. Pretty remarkable.
Right.
We're bouncing around a little bit from there right now, but yeah.
And, if you go inside here, what you're going to see, bottom line.
AAPL.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all getting hurt, right?
Apple, so picture, Apple was at 145 Friday morning. I mean, 155 Friday morning.
Yeah, right.
Now you're 143. And what's game for Apple, folks, is like 130. That's the last time with volume on the way up.
Sure.
And what happened here is that this is pretty intense when it goes like this. And it's like, so now you're talking about all of like 7 hours of trading, and you're back to March 28th.
Yeah.
That's intense.
It is. Yeah, jump around maybe to I was going to say I was jumping around this morning. They're all
Facebook just came off a high of 155. You're at 146.
Yep.
The King, Amazon. Oh my God. Now, hey, check this out too. Amazon, folks, had got to 927 on Friday, and it looked like it was a bad tick, but it wasn't.
It wasn't. Okay, I saw the intraday.
We found it. Okay, so it was 90,000 shares.
Okay.
At that level. Now, this is how this works. In order to execute,
go within the day so that they can see how it looks like a bad tick. If you
and
there you go.
Okay, now watch. I'm going to show you that what happened here. This is where it's understanding the ETF structures are really important. So that trade there, 90,000 shares, $83 million trade. Now, I suspect what happened is this, is that, let's say you want to get out, and you say, listen, I'm getting out, period, right? Well, that's all bids that were going all the way down. They had to go down that far in order to get out, and that person just, I can't blame them. They probably made so much money anyway. They didn't, okay? But now what happens there is that simultaneously, the operator of the NDX 100, okay, has to be selling.
Sure.
And of course, everything's computers now, so this is when the computers just run everything.
Sure.
And you can see what happened. If you pull up the Qs, if you pull up, watch, I'll pull up Google, you can pull up every one of them, and they had
Sure.
they had
As it
that.
spiked down, yeah.
Exactly, because they had to sell all of them at the same time.
Sure.
It's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
The ETF structures, folks, help you dramatically on the way up, and they kill you on the way down.
Sure.
Because it's the chicken or the egg.
Right.
Sell the
They push each other, yeah.
They push each other. And, it's like when something like that comes down, it's pretty intense. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. So now the question is, okay, what do you want to be trading out here?
Yeah. And we got the Fed releasing their statement Wednesday, right?
You do.
Yep.
You do. And, of course, inside the Nadex platform, folks, okay, you have a lot of choices as to, what you'd like to trade, meaning, you're going to trade the indices, you're going to trade the S&P, the NASDAQ, or, in fact, are you going to get into the currencies,
Sure.
Being set up with the Fed on the 14th?
Sure.
Because you can talk weeklies here also, and now what you do have is that you have some high volatility, so expect the premiums are going to be a little bit more.
Yes.
Okay?
Yeah.
Because now it's not an outlier that you get 100-point day inside the NDX.
Yeah.
Which
you
is,
want to jump over to the VIX? I think we're above 12 right now. Let's see where we're at. 1221. Yeah, we're at 1150 about this morning too, and we were as high as about 12 something on Friday as well.
Now that was quick.
Yeah.
Yeah. So a
4% down day in the NASDAQ will put some fire into that.
It does.
Even though their S&P, it's other price.
That's right.
But of course,
they're buying insurance.
Sure. And the markets are down. The S&P is down today.
Yeah. So we went from 937 to 1232. Wow. Stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 50. NASDAQ is off 75. S&P's down 7.5. We're going to be right back.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up-to-the-date, active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, soil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated fulvic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com. We take your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. Tom O'Brien, we do appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Let's go take a look at some of the weeklies inside the Nadex platform.
Sure.
So, it's going to be intriguing here, folks, because, you've had Friday, big down day. Today, the NDX and the NASDAQ is going right after that May 17th and May 18th. So, with the Fed this week, it's almost like you could play a counter trend bounce because the NASDAQ came down so heavy.
Sure.
See what you get with that on a weekly, and then you can flip around the other side and go short again.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a little bounce here, right? Even off of, as you're talking about it. So our low this morning was 56.43.
Yeah.
We're now 40 points off of that low.
Right.
That's a huge move.
That's where these... spreads but I would say that's where the binaries are really going to start coming in now. Do you know what I mean?
Sure. Why do you say that?
Well, I know the premium's going to be more, but there's going to be larger moves.
Sure.
I like trading the spreads because that's you're basically trading the futures. But in a market like we have right now, you can get those types of moves.
You can, definitely. So just jumping around, I pulled it up. So this NASDAQ 100.
Okay.
Expires in 4 days, 5 hours, 55 minutes. So that's 4:15 on Friday.
Yeah.
And so, close to 57, 54. So we're talking about 70 points to the upside.
Yeah.
Risking almost 1 to make 3, risking 27 to make about 72. And then it's probably going to be similar to the downside. And actually, as this happens, what's happened is that it might already be down. Let's see where they go. Yeah, so the lowest weeklies on a binary is 56.58, which is this one here.
Yes.
So even in that one, just because we've already moved so much this morning.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah. And that's not even taking into consideration Friday, which is remarkable.
Right. Yeah. That is remarkable. So where this gets interesting, folks, is this. So let's picture that the one that the binary you had just brought up, meaning you're going to risk 1 to make 3.
Okay. Yep.
Is that what happens here is this. Now, I suspect that you can get a bounce that high. What the difference is that you want to understand when you're doing a weekly like this is that even if it gets to that point, then it's only going to be worth 50 cents, right?
Correct.
That's the difference.
50 cents on the dollar for $50.
Right. So it's like, okay, which...
Yeah, you need to be going for past that point, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Let's jump around again. So I have it back up here. I'm just compressing this to get some more of them. And even we can actually jump just because there's so many. So here's, and hopefully we can see it. But here are the weekly binary options, right? So we're trading right now at 56.81.
Right.
And I'm just trying to find, and here's 56.82, 47 by 53, scaling the 50. You know what I mean? Straddling the 50 mark. Exactly.
Right.
So, where you want to go to the upside, right? You can see that where you're paying, and 58.02 is the top one here, risking 14 to make 85. But anywhere around 57.54, 57.66, you're risking about 1 to make 3. And that's only 60 points. And I say only just because we moved 40 points in the last 20 minutes.
No, I know.
And you have all week.
I know.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me bring this up for a sec. So, NQM7. So, we take a look at this. We got to a low of 56.34. Look at this, huh? Man.
It's quite a
It
bump.
is. So this can be right back up even today. So 57.06.
Yeah, and that's where it was when I did the 9 o'clock update.
Was it? Okay, okay. And it looks like it wants to go right back to that point. And on a weekly, there's no reason it can't.
Yeah, Friday afternoon's high after that low.
57.40 or something.
Sure. Which would be 100 points off the low this morning.
Right.
2% move off the low.
Right. And that would still be a downtrend. But bottom line is that bounce. Let me pull this back just a little bit more. Okay. So let's look on the daily right now.
Sure.
For a like a like I'm looking at 5706
Okay.
and 50. I see. So we opened at 50. That would make sense. We opened at 5740 and just went south like immediately.
So we're on the binaries. We're
Yeah.
on the dailies now. Let's close this so we don't get confused. Whoops. So right now we're trading at 56.94.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. It's been
And
a-
again, what's going to happen here is that I don't think there's going to be any to the lower side, maybe? Is that what's happening?
Yep. But we're looking for the upper side anyway.
Yeah,
But you're
so
right.
it starts at 5,700,
Okay.
our options.
Yeah.
And what was the price you're saying?
5706.
5706. So
Yeah.
you got 5704 and
Oh.
5708, and risking either 44 or 50 or 41.
Ooh, see, that's a lot.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
in fairness, you're only 10 to 15 points away from it.
Oh yeah, no, I'm with
And we
you.
just
I'm
moved
with
like
you.
50 points,
We
right?
did.
So if you want
We
to
did.
take the other side of that, you'd need
Right.
some premium for sure.
Right.
And it's continuing to rock. I mean, that's quite a rise.
It is. So
Yeah.
let's go inside that and see what's happening inside that. So if
Go
we
for
bring up the NDX, the strength versus the weakness in here, what you're going to see is that Fox is the strength. That's up 2.7%. Tractor Supply is up 2.6. Discovery Communications up 2.4. Taken away from it, Skyworks is down 4.5. That's a Apple supplier.
4.2.
4.2. You get Lam Research down 3.9. Netflix 3.9. And IDEX Lab 3.8. Let's take a look at some of the higher volume. So GE,
Sure.
yeah, he's retiring.
It melts, yeah. 16 years, it's a long time.
It is. That's up 1%. You get Apple down $4.
It's up I think one. Is that percentage? No, that's $1, I think.
Oh, yeah.
No, GE.
Oh,
You said
okay,
it's up
yeah.
1%. It's
I
up
see.
$1,
Okay,
which is almost
yeah,
like 3 or
right.
4%, just to put things.
You got Nvidia down 373. We got, let's see, Marbell's up 41. Let's see where good old Amazon is. It's only down 18 now.
I mean, not bad. It's at
No.
960, right? In all fairness,
right,
yeah.
Right. It's a big number.
Yeah.
Now the thing to keep your eye on out here today, too, folks, is this. My take is that you have the NDX, the Nasdaq Composite, take it down. The financials, what they have just done is that they just tested their downdraft from the 21st of March. And like what the Fed says, on the 14th is going to make a difference here.
Oh, sure.
And the market, folks, is looking for them to raise short-term rates, and then they're looking for some kind of guidance about how they're going to bring down their balance sheet.
Sure. Yeah.
And the balance sheet aspect, they don't have to sell any of those bonds. When they're first doing this, people think about, whoa, they're going to crash the bond market when they sell them. If you have all the money in the world, you don't have to sell them. You just have to let them expire. So that,
Right.
But we'll see if that's what they say they're going to do. Because thus far, when they do expire, they've been using that money to buy more bonds.
Right. And that would be, that would be less demand, as in they wouldn't be using that money. But it'd be a
Totally.
lot easier than selling them
That's
and just
right.
letting them
That's
expire.
right. Stay right there, folks. Tom and I are coming right back. Dow right now is down 37. Nasdaq's up 57.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you like it does me, visit everbank.com/TFNN to find out what they can do for you. Again, that's everbank.com/TFNN. Visit them today. EverBank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Darrell Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow Industrials right now down 42. You get the NASDAQ off 67. S&Ps are off 7. And, we were just talking about the aspect. We were looking at the weeklies, and because the move was so fast and furious this morning,
Sure.
The lower end of them, bottom line is that there weren't that many more contracts.
Yeah, it's already gone down so much that the furthest, the lowest available binary options aren't as low as you might want from this point.
Right.
But what they do, right, the shorter time frame, as in even here, the 10 a.m. to the 12s, as taking a look at. So we can take a look at these real quick. So it's 10:30 right now. These open at 10 o'clock, of course, 10 o'clock. Here are our strike prices, and you can see on these, 56.32.
Right.
We're looking at 48 points below where the current market is.
Right.
So that's where you might be able to get some good risk rewards if you wanted to play the downside still.
That's correct.
Right.
On the dailies. So
well, stay with those. Those aren't dailies, right? They go till noon. That's what they only.
Oh, yes.
That's why. That's
yes.
the difference here, is that you're trading shorter time frame versus the dailies.
That's right. And what will happen, folks, and that's where, as the time goes forward, they're always putting new contracts on the dailies. Okay, and that's when.
And just stay with. They're not dailies. They go by 2 hours. I don't want to confuse people.
I got them. Okay, I understand.
Oh boy. Okay.
No. I'm trying to.
They expire at noon. The ones that open 11 expire at 1. They're not dailies, to be fair. That's
okay. They're 2-hour contracts.
They're 2-hour contracts.
Right.
They're intraday for sure.
Intraday contracts.
Yeah.
So they will expand that product as you keep moving through the day.
Yeah, they're going to open every single hour, as in, so at 11 o'clock, they'll have 11 to 1s, 12 o'clock, 12 to 2, 1 o'clock, 1 to 3, and then, of course, 2 o'clock till 4 o'clock. And to be clear, those are 2 o'clock till actually 4 o'clock, whereas the dailies
is 4:15.
4:15.
Right.
There you go.
Right. So there's plenty of action out here.
There is, man. And as we pulled it up, pretty remarkable here. Let's just see. And look at this. I think it's a little bit slow trying to keep up. I think we just have a lot going on the computer. So I just wanted to see where we were. We're almost at 5,700. We're at 56.77, another 20 points down. So you can see how that weekly we were just looking at was only 20 points out of the money. And we just moved 20 points the other way. But you can see how quick those moves are.
That's right.
Yeah.
So if you get down to the lower end, let's bring NQ. This is where it's going to get interesting, too. So we'll bring this up. And what you'd be looking for, what I'd be looking for now, is that, okay, so We got down fast and furious right at 950 to this 56.34, and we'll see how close you can get to testing. At the top of it is 56.57. We got down to 56.65. This is going to test those, at least the highs of the lows. And it's not going to take much when what you also have here is that this is where it just, the momentum, once that momentum was broken, and man, it's amazing how fast it can get broken when it gets broken. It's like, whoa, baby. Yeah. When you look at Apple, Apple folks got down to 146, but then closed at 148.98.
Right.
And then all of a sudden, guess what? Give it
144
over the weekend. Exactly. And now it's going to get interesting in the gold market. If we'll switch gears and just get into the commodities a bit. So gold's down $3. If we go over to the yen, what you're going to see is that the yen is strengthened in a huge way. So right now we have a little disconnect in between the yen getting stronger, and gold is not getting stronger. It's not really getting weaker. It's only down $3, but that correlation is pretty tight, and we'll see how that shakes out for the rest of the day. So if we go back over to this gold market and take a look at it, you'll see that we got down to 12.65. You're only $3 off of that, but it doesn't look like it wants to just move just yet.
Sure.
So as we go through the day today, that's going to be pretty interesting watching it. Let's go to our man Mark in Concord. Hey, Mark, what's going on, brother?
Not much, Tom. Tommy, how are you guys?
Morning, Mark.
So here's the $64,000 question. We've had these head fakes before where we think we're going to go down and market turns around the next day or two, it comes right back up again.
One day wonders, yeah.
You think that's going to happen in this case, or you think this is for real? And I know that no one has the crystal ball. I know that no
you
one
don't.
That's the $64,000 question. That's why it is.
And you got to trade it. So watch though. What I do want to show you is this: is that now I get the Nasdaq Composite up here, and I can show you. We can do this slowly because I could go back to like large tops and how they break. And what does happen is that when large tops break, they kind of break just like this, meaning that you get a breakdown. Like I have this up, and the first breakdown that I'm showing goes all the way back to March of 2017, and it breaks. It stays down there all of 4 days and says, see you later, man, I'm going higher again. So we got to a low there of 57.90, right? It not only goes higher, it goes a lot higher. It goes up to 61.70. It breaks again.
Yeah, May 18th or 17th you're looking at.
Then we go up higher, and we break again. If you look back at highs, this is what they do at highs, and then all of a sudden one of these, it just doesn't come back.
Sure. And even just visually, I can see, you look at it, maybe this is a critical point because it looks like we're at the lower end of that trend, right? I mean, these lows, I mean, that's quite a trend, and we're probably still within that channel. But we're definitely on the lower end, so that's right now could be critical if we start going lower. That's definitely...
It is, and if we take our channel master Bud Rolfs,
right,
and we take a look at this is what's really cool when this plays out, because it's almost like, how the heck does this work? So you take this, and we get the break, right?
Where are you going? I don't know if I agree with that channel, but okay.
Well, what it is that...
That's not... okay.
You hit,
that's not the one I was looking at.
I can bring up more of them, too. So what I'm showing here is that when we broke with conviction on the 18th, right? A break with conviction is wide price spread, accelerated volume. In fact, I'll do this on the 6 months so you can see it clearer. Okay, so what happens is that when you break with conviction... Okay, here's the break with conviction, right? So you break with conviction, and what Bud was always looking for is that then you come back up, and I love these because I have this out of time in the trade.
Yeah.
You come back up, and you just hit that line, and it can't make it, man.
Sure.
And then you break again.
Sure.
So
let's just see.
The bottom line is that you trade it, Mark.
Yeah,
and that's interesting. So
because none of us have the crystal ball.
I mean, that's a real, and I think it stretches further if you can see how. And I'm just looking, Mark, same thing as in you take another channel, and that means we're at the very bottom of the trend. So maybe this is an important one right there, too.
Oh, it is.
Yeah.
It's huge. Yeah. No, there's no doubt, because it depends on how hard we hit that. And that channel is lined up at 6,098.
Can you back it up a little bit even further? Go back to like a year.
I can put it a year.
Yeah. Let me just
This is, I think, one of these cases where I don't think you want to be long or short overnight.
Unless you really feel like gambling.
Yeah, I'd be short overnight, but I wouldn't be short the NASDAQ right now overnight. I'd short the first big bounce, though. You know?
Oh, okay.
But I'd wait for it to bounce. It'll bounce. And the real question is going to be, do we go a lot lower before you come with a big bounce? But once you do get a market like this, it's like, I think most participants are thinking just like the question that you asked, and that, is this going to be a 1 or 2 day wonder again? Because that's what's happened.
Stay tuned. Call us back in 2 days. We'll see if it's a 4-day wonder.
I'm going to hang. I'm going to hang because I have another question for you.
Okay, man. Stay right there.
Okay.
Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Dow's down 65. Nasdaq's up 58. S&P's are down 7.5. We're going to be right back, folks.
Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's Nadex.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow right now is down 42. Nasdaq is off 49. S&Ps are off 5.5. We're talking with Mark from Concord. And what else we got to look at?
Well, I guess I wanted to continue what we talked about before the break. Would you say, Tom, that a good indication will be the volume at the last 20, maybe 15 minutes of today's session?
The volume, when you say, well, I would look for two different things here, right? Let's just take the Qs, right? So what you have here is this. We got to a fast, furious low on Friday of 138.11. We ended up closing higher. We got below that today. You know, thus far, we're going into the 17th of May, and you're barreling in there with volume. So, you know, right now, this is just trying to test the lows of that, which is 136.05. We hit 137.47. I expect what we're going to do first is get into that level. We're either going to break it, you know, and if we break down from that level, man, the Qs can be down to 132 before it even bounces.
Sure.
You know, if we got a rejection at this lower level, then yeah, then you got to bounce on. But it doesn't have to. Let's put it that way.
All right. I noticed the Nasdaq's trying to come up. I mean, it's only down 50 now. It's down 48 a minute ago.
No, and it will, because what has happened. So picture this. You know, every single time that we've come down, you know, the bulls have got rewarded for buying a bounce. You know, so the real question is going to be, and we've said this many times, they get rewarded until you don't.
Sure.
And
yes, and it's like I can't think of it. There's one of the guys who talks about Fed juice. The Fed is always pumping money into the stock market every day, and you know, the question is, are they going to pump more money in when they see more of this, or are they going to just stay off and say, oh, we're done?
I would say that I don't think it's going to worry them, you know, this coming meeting, that they're going to go up in 25 basis points. They'll pay attention, you know, like everyone else paying attention to the NASDAQ, you know, coming down, you know, almost 2% off the highs the way it did.
It's like 3 or 4%, wasn't it, I think? Friday, I think it was.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
You know, so
that's what I was almost going to joke, is in no matter what kind of buying they have, NASDAQ goes down 3% in a day, they're not going to be able to prop that up. So
yeah, no,
you know.
and then they get well, everyone is so addicted to basically the Fed stepping in and propping up markets that, you know, we've been conditioned, you know, and particularly people in the market have been conditioned, you know, until they're not. We know that when you see big corrections, they happen.
Sure, right.
You know,
for sure.
And I guess the only thing that's helping the Dow in this case is GE. GE is with that pre-announcement this morning. They're doing well. I don't have a GE quote in front of me, but that's
they're up over 3%.
Dow.
Yeah, that's you know,
the GE's only putting 6 points in the Dow to put things in.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Apple's taking 29 out. United Health's taking 28 out. McDonald's taking 16.
What happens?
Well, the question is
what happens, Mark? Just because
it's made that announcement, what would GE be? So.
Because the Dow's price weighted, GE's only a $28 stock is what happens.
Right.
So even up $1 for a $28 stock, I know that's 4%, but it's price weighted, so you're just adding that $1.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
All right, cooking guys, will you take care? Hey, how's the weather down there?
It's been beautiful. It's hot today.
Yeah, a little. It's not our normal blue. It's been at least a little cool, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're having
a heat wave up here. It's second day of over 90.
Okay, you got us beat. It was a high of like high 80s yesterday, which is nice, but we're getting that because.
Oh, we had you beat for a change, huh?
You did.
Yeah.
We were enjoying our Sunday with some cool weather. Yeah, seriously.
Isn't that crazy?
All right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. You take care.
Have a great one. Have a safe one. 877-927-6648. And if we do go, you know, the Qs in general, when these things crack, man, like right now, so we're at 138.76, folks. And, you know, we'll see 138.78. Okay, so this looks like we're coming right into that opening bar. The real question is going to be, can it get above the 139.08, which is only 25 cents.
Yeah.
But this is the area where, whether you're a bull or a bear, that you could take a stance, basically. You know? It'd be nice if it could actually test that 139.08.
Sure.
And that's where you can go right back into the Nadex contracts. And that's where you go in the intraday ones with the NDX, because is that the S&P? Yeah, that's the NDX we have up.
I'm just closing. I think this chart was struggling to keep up as we're. Yeah, we'll have to refresh that during the break, because I think we just loaded too many charts as we were pulling it up.
Because it'd be really cool if you got a test of the high of today.
Yes.
And then
you go short, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Then you'd be set up kind of
some nice risk reward, sure.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, we'll have to load it during the break.
So let's take a look at some of the volumes out here thus far. So you're at 249 on the NYSE. We're at, look at the Nasdaq's a problem, folks. This is going to be pretty intense. We are already almost at 1 billion shares in the Nasdaq. 902 million shares. That's not you and me selling. Whoever's selling, man, they sold a lot of shares.
Sure.
That is pretty intense. They weren't waiting around for anything. So let's see this.
Yeah.
There's already 50 million. So watch. We hit a high.
I mean, that's at more than most days.
Yeah.
Not more than Friday, but yeah, more than most.
50 million shares, folks.
Yeah.
On the Qs already. We hit a high, the 5th of June, we did 15 million at the high. The next day, you did 22. The next day, you did 18. The next day, you did 25.
Yeah.
And then you come off it. It's a classic, the door's never big enough on the way out.
Sure, definitely. I wasn't keeping track of the market, just doing other things on Friday. And man, when I looked up at the end of the day and saw the NASDAQ number,
isn't that? Yeah.
I was pretty surprised.
And what was surprising is that it didn't suck down the Dow and the S&P like it could have. I mean,
sure.
they were really strong in the context of how the NASDAQ was down,
Sure.
Now, this is where it gets subtle, So, the SPY closed at 243.41. You're lower than that now. It looks like it wants to test the bottom. When I look at let's say the two big sectors inside the S&P, the XLE, looks like it's got another failure out here this morning again. It's coming into ICE. Had 23 million shares. That's when we went from 68 to 66. Couldn't handle that. And the real question is going to be what. And my take is that the XLF is going to give it up too. But that thus far today has. But those two sectors can take the S&P south.
Big time, yeah.
You stay right there, folks. Tommy and I are coming right back. Dow Industrials right now down 49. Nasdaq off 52. S&P's down 6. Gold is trading down $3.40. Silver's off 21 cents. And King Dollar's down 19 ticks. We're going to be right back.
Are China A shares hot or not? If you trade China A shares, now may be time to take a closer look. Trade CHAU or CHAD, Directions Daily CSI 300 China A share bull and bear ETFs. China A shares in either direction. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
TFNN has put together the finest live programming lineup each trading day, featuring some of the most knowledgeable and respected financial minds in the nation to educate traders and investors. On Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we broadcast 9 hours a day starting at 8 a.m. as John Logan kicks us off each trading day with the Global Market Pulse. Tuesdays and Thursdays, we broadcast 11 hours. Get an early and healthy start to your day as Nico and Paige bring you Living a Primal Lifestyle. Then catch Andy Hecht at 5 p.m. with the Commodities Hour, following the Tom O'Brien Show. Mondays and Fridays, catch live trading on the Nadex platform with host Tom and Tommy O'Brien, along with Darrell Martin on the Bull Bear Binary Option Hour. See the TFNN program lineup via the link on the front page of TFNN.com to get a complete overview of our TFNN shows and hosts. And keep TFNN's Tiger TV tuned in on your mobile device, PC, or Mac for the latest financial news and information throughout the broadcasting day. TFNN, educating investors. Catch Basil Chapman as he uses his Chapman Wave methodology to call the markets. The Tiger Technicians Hour, next on TFNN.
Welcome back, folks. And if you haven't test drove the Nadex platform, great time to do it. Come over to our website at TFNN, bring up the platform. They'll put $25,000 of paper money into your account, and you can walk along with us as we take a look at these defined option contracts. So, in the NASDAQ, folks, we are getting a nice bounce. It looks like it's trying to get up and test that area from this morning.
We sure are, and I just wanted to take a look. So when we were looking at the daily ones earlier,
yes,
we were below almost every binary, right? Now we pull up the 10 till 12 o'clocks, and because of this run we've gotten, right, you know, they get priced right at around 10.
Yes.
We've gotten such a run, we're now above every...
Oh, isn't that cool? So they can see both sides of it. That's amazing.
I mean, you know, we just got such a move there, and here is the actual list of them to see. And so, whoops, nope, that's not it. Hold on one second.
Wow.
Here it is back here. 56.88 being the highest one, and we're trading right now at 5,700, and I think 56.32. Yeah, so from 56.32 to 56.88, and we were probably somewhere right in the middle of those when these opened, right? And that's where I got set.
Now, you know what's going to be cool, folks, is at 11 o'clock, there's going to be a whole new set.
That's right.
And then now we're going to have both sides, because you get the 10 to 12 and 11 to 1.
So you'll probably have, let's take a guess here. How wide are they setting these? So 56.32 to 56.88. You're looking at about 56 points. So you're probably going to have binaries with 28 points on each side.
Yeah.
Right? You know it's going to set it. Exactly. It's going to give you about 30 points on each side in a 2-hour window. And trading short term, because it's such a small time frame, you can get some nice premiums there. You can. And nice risk rewards in terms of not much premium for a nice risk reward.
Right.
Let's jump back for the dailies, because I think we're going to be back kind of in line with where we need to be on the daily. So we're jumping around to 56.90 we're trading at right now. Nah, yeah, we're still right as that's the lowest one on the actual dailies.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. And even let's take a look at the weeklies. Where's our lowest here? 56.58. So we have some room to the low side. You'd be able to risk 40, risk 39 potentially for 56.58 on this one right here.
That's interesting.
That would be our best.
Yeah.
So you're looking at, expires in 4 days, Friday, right? 56.92 is where we're trading at. 56.58, you'd be selling it. So your risk would be from 60 to 100.
Right.
So you're risking 40 to make 60, and you're looking at about 32 points to the downside for the week. Not bad.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
No.
Because what does happen there is, you could push down 50, 60 points, and that would get up to like 75 maybe. Depending when you got it.
To put things in perspective here, right? This is where you can figure it out. Where are we right now? 56.90, call it.
Yeah.
So with 32 points out of the money, and the market's at 60 by 65. Well, 32 points in the money, it's only going to be the same thing, right? 60 by 65 on your side, though.
Right.
So, it wouldn't be at 70 by 75, 30 points. So you could get a 60-point move right now in the NASDAQ, and this would flip the other side. So instead of trading 60 by 65, it would be trading at like 35 by 40, right? Which would be the 60 to 65, the inverse of it.
Exactly. Right.
Yeah.
You stay right there, folks, because we got our man, Mr. Basil Chapman, coming up next. And then, of course, we're going to Thinkorswim headquarters. Steve Rhodes, Dave White. I'll be back this afternoon. I expect we're going to have this volatility continue. Let's go into the Qs once again, because the Qs, no doubt, have the action out here. And look at it. See, it wants to come right up and test that little area that we were looking at this morning. And it just about got there. So that area was, 5,700, and we just printed 5,690. And you're at 5,682 right now. Hold on for the ride.
We'll see some volatility, I think. That's one thing I can say with a little bit of certainty, high probability at least.
That's right. And you get the Fed this week, too.
Yeah, totally.
Dow down 42, NASDAQ off 51, S&P's off 5.5. Stay right there, folks. Basil's coming right up. Nice, pal.
Thanks, man.
Wow! Go get him, folks.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com.
This is TFNN.